You're watching the official Bad Boys Texas after show only on Damien After Dark. Tonight we saw Big Lou exit the Bad Boys house, and we saw Relly and Kerrion kind of go back and forth and get into an altercation. You better believe we're going to talk about it. Welcome back to Damien After Dark. If you're new here and you have not subscribed yet, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and get locked into all things Damien After Dark. Also, make sure you click that thumbs up button and support the channel. Last but not least, join the conversation. Leave your comments, thoughts, opinions, reads, and everything in between in the comments below. I want to hear what you guys got to say about episode 8. I hope that's right. Episode 8. Yeah. First of all, before we get into the good stuff, before we get into the meat of the matter, I just want to say thank you to all of you who watch every week. It doesn't go unnoticed. Even if I don't respond to your comments, if you feel like I haven't responded to you or something like that, I just want you all to know it doesn't go unnoticed. I try to read every comment. I truly appreciate those of you who take the time out of your week, each and every week, to watch me. I honestly do. If you like the channel, if you subscribe to the channel, if you comment, if you send me super chats, if you send me cash apps, I appreciate it so much. And if you want to support the channel and you haven't before, you can do it. You can send super chats, you can send cash apps, and my cash app is in the description below. But you can also support the channel for free. You don't have to spend money. Free support is always welcome. Just hit that thumbs up button. That's your way of supporting, and I will love you forever. All right. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into this episode. So last week ended with Big Lou getting sick. Y'all remember that? He got sick, wasn't feeling well. He was coughing. He went to the emergency room. This episode opens with him pretty much in the bus on a FaceTime talking to Jonathan. And he's in the car. He's telling Jonathan that he has bronchitis and he has asthma, and that the doctor told him that he should not be around smoke. He shouldn't be vaping, those sorts of things. Big Lou says he discourages vaping, and if you are vaping, to leave it alone. And he's right. Y'all see me up here every week with this vape. I ain't even gonna, some people call them hookah pens. Like, I've never called them hookah pens. I call them just a vape. But I'm not even gonna sit here and rag on these boys. I'm not gonna rag on Big Lou for saying what he said, because it's the truth. These are so dangerous. I need to put it down. I really do. I don't know if this is why he got asthma, or if this is why he got bronchitis, or this is why he was having his chest pains. I don't know. But cheers. Now, Prince brings up, first of all, let me say this. Kerrion brings up the idea of going to the studio. And then Prince brings up an even worse, lamer idea of going to play football. Okay, and this is where I'm just like, okay, they have got to, the producers of this show are stuck right now. They're stuck. I feel like they don't know what to do anymore with this cast. We're 8 episodes in. The show has lost its momentum. You know, I feel like they don't have anything else to do or any ideas to come up with. So let's put them in the studio. Let's play football. Like, what are we doing? Lame with a capital L. Like, we don't want to see that. Like, y'all really are lacking on content that bad? Because I can think of plenty of things that they could go do. Like, I just don't get it. Is there anybody that has a creative bone in their body, a part of this production? Playing football and going into the studio? Like, really? Like, let me tell y'all, like, I miss on Bad Girls Club, like, and I know I say this every time. I know it's not Bad Girls Club. I know we can't compare. However, we're not going to act like this was not a spinoff of, or we're not going to act like they're not trying to emulate what the Bad Girls Club created for years, right? Y'all know what I'm saying. But, like, I miss on Bad Girls Club where the girls would, like, go on speed dates. Or they would go out of the country to Mexico for a few days, change up the scenery. Like, this whole going from city to cities and going to the clubs, it's tired. It's played out. We're seeing the baddies do it every season. Now y'all got the bad boys doing it. Like, I don't know. I'm over it. I'm over it. And I know y'all are too, because y'all been saying it in the comments. Like, I'm over it. Now, Ara chimes in and he says that he wants to lay down a verse on the song in the studio. And here go motherfucking John Legend and Usher, Prince and Mo City telling him that, oh no, only real artists are going in the studio. You know, this is something serious. We're not going to play around with this, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, now, Prince, I know you call yourself Prince. Prince, you know I love you, and I know you call yourself Prince, but let's not act like you the Purple Rain Prince. Let's not act like you know, like, come on now. Y'all know what I'm saying here. Like, these boys are acting like their true craft is music. Like, these are real artists. Y'all acting like anybody can't put a song out in this day and age. And that Ara isn't good enough to be on the record. That's what it's coming off to me. Like, this is a group experience for you boys. Last season when they went in the studio, if you wanted to be on the song, you could. You put, you know, you went in, you did some ad-libs, whatever. Why can't Ara be on the song? Because y'all think y'all are true artists? The last time I checked, what song of yours charted? Last time I checked, what, like, no shade? No shade. Mo City, didn't even know you had music. I knew Prince had music because I follow him. But don't discount Ara wanting to get into the studio. Y'all, for all y'all know, maybe he wants to get into music. Or maybe this is the first time in his life that he's got access and resources to record a song. Maybe he's excited for this moment. And y'all are just like, nah, this is for true artists. Girl, bye. Really? Really? Come on now. Y'all act like y'all finna go record a song for a Grammy-winning motherfucking artist or something. Please, cut the bullshit. I just don't like how they try to belittle Ara and they look down upon him. I don't know if it's because he's short and he's kind of like quirky and does his little dances. And like, I don't know if it's that. I don't know what it is, but I just really wish y'all would lay off of him because, to be honest, Ara's my favorite. Ara is the one that seems the most real, humble, down to earth. He seems like the one that I would get along with, that I would kick it with. The rest of y'all really just seem like y'all got sticks up your ass. This is random. This is really random, but I wanted to bring it up. I'm just curious. Did y'all think, y'all ever thought of this, like with Zeus? And particularly this season 2, like, I'm just curious as to why they waited so long to bring Adonis in as Anthony's replacement. Because, you know, usually when someone goes home, and here I go again referencing Bad Girls Club, and I shouldn't do that. But usually when someone goes home, the replacement comes in like the next episode or the next 1 to 3 episodes. Like, and I feel like with Bad Boys, Anthony went home like in what, episode 3? And now we're on episode 8 and Adonis is really just now coming into the picture. I just feel like they should have brought him in earlier. And maybe this season would have been a little more interesting than what it's been so far. Adonis didn't even really get to experience anything. The show's almost over. Hell, they don't went, what, they're going to like 3 or 4 cities in Texas and they've already been to 3. Hell, the show's damn near over. I feel like he really didn't get to experience shit. And are we going to bring in a replacement for Big Lou? We see Big Lou goes home in this episode, which we're going to get into in a minute, but are they going to bring in a replacement for him? I mean, why not? The show is almost over. What? Maybe 3, 4 episodes left. But hey, bring it in. Bring them in. We need more. We need some fresh energy because the cast that they got now is not giving it for me. I'm sorry. The whole cast just needs to be wiped away except Ara. And I was gonna say Prince, but he's like Prince is just like a pretty face to me. He's not really bringing too much either. No shade, Prince. I love you, but like, we're not really getting a lot of personality from him either. Now, Big Lou gets back to the house and he tells a few of the boys about his health issue. And he says that it's probably best if he goes home. And at first I'm like, I was a little bit confused because I was like, wait, why? Yes, he's sick and I get that, but he did not seem so bad off that he needed to go home. He said he wanted to be around his family. He wanted to be around loved ones and he wanted to take care of his health. But I'm just like, I couldn't help but think, and y'all tell me if y'all thought this too. Maybe I wasn't the only one that thought this, but I couldn't help but think like there was something deeper there. Something else was going on. Like I don't know. Does he have a man at home? Is he having man issues at home? Like, is dude cheating on you and you got to get back home to, not even just that. It could be anything. Like, what's the real reason you want to go home? Because I don't feel like it's because you're sick. Is that just me? I just don't, like, here's the thing. Big Lou made it very clear that he really wanted to be on this show. And he was trying to get on this show. And I just feel like if I was sick and I was on this show, being the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that it is, because let's face it, Big Lou, you probably won't be on TV again after this. I don't see them bringing you back. I mean, you really weren't show-stopping, in my opinion. Very, very pretty man. Very nice on the eyes to look at. But as far as watching on TV, I wasn't that entertained. I was more annoyed. But, like, if I was on this show, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I'm sick, I give you that. I understand when you're sick, it's awful. You don't feel good. You don't want to do shit. I get that. But I would try to stick it out. Like, y'all go out to the club. I'm going to stay in the house. I'm going to chill, kick back in this mansion, watch TV, get myself right, get my health right. And then I'll be back in the clubs with y'all. So it just didn't make sense to me. I'm the type, make it make sense. And look, maybe I should just take what he says at face value and say, okay, he just wants to go home because he's sick. However, this is a show. I'm a commentator. I'm giving y'all what I think. And I think there's more to it. I don't know what it could be. I'm not insinuating anything. I don't know. I'm just saying I think there's more. I think he had another reason why he wanted to go home. So the scene, when everybody got ready to leave out the room, when Relly was talking to like those 4 or 5 guys, part of those guys were Adonis and Rel. Now, when everybody got ready to leave out the room, Adonis was like, oh, yo, Relly, stay back. I need to talk to you for a minute. And before Adonis could even say anything about him and Relly, I could tell right off the bat, based off of their body language, based off the way they were looking at each other, the way they were talking to each other, all these things I could tell. But Adonis didn't have to tell me that there was something going on between him and Rel in the past because I saw it. Did you see it? I know y'all saw it because I saw it. Like the way they was just looking at one another. Like something went on with Relly and Adonis. And Adonis says that in his confessional that he and Relly had a past. And, they was flirty and they, he didn't go into detail. I don't know if they had sex or what. But he said that all of a sudden one day Relly blocked him out of nowhere. And, he wants to kind of move past whatever issues that they had. And Rel tells him, well, I got a man. And Adonis says, well, you don't have a ring on your finger. And I'm just like, child. Adonis gonna have Rel's booty tooted up in the back of that bus. And they're gonna be fucking. It may not be on camera, but I'm telling you, based off the way, Relly, you might have a boyfriend, but the way you was acting around that man, I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. You may have Phil at home. His man's name is Phil. That's what he was saying tonight. Rel was. You may have Phil at home, but you got Adonis on the brain. So, another reason why I know that Zeus is running out of content when it comes to Bad Boys Texas, and I think they're kind of scrambling at this moment, like, what do? We need to shake things up. One reason I know that is because they showed us we got not one, not two, but 3 different scenes of Big Lou telling the boys that he's sick, he's got asthma, he's got bronchitis, he almost died, and he's going home. I heard that like 4 fucking different times within the first 20 minutes. Literally the first 20, 25 minutes was about Big Lou being sick and going home. Like, am I going fucking crazy over here? Am I the only one that's noticing this? Like, Zeus, are you watching? Are you listening? Y'all shared my story the other day, Zeus, on Instagram. I know y'all be watching my shit. And I know you listen. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why do we need 20, 25 minutes of Big Lou talking about he's sick and he's going home? Go the fuck home, then. Like, we get it. And I'm not blaming Big Lou because I know producers are telling Big Lou, go in here, have a FaceTime conversation with Jonathan and tell him you're sick and going home. Then they get home. Go in here and have a conversation with Adonis and Relly and tell him you're going home. He goes in there and does it. Then producers have got Blue telling the whole house. Now he's got the whole, first it was Jonathan. Then he was telling Relly and Adonis. Now he's telling the whole house. And it's like, we didn't need that. Like, y'all could have made that a quick 3-minute scene and moved on. But why? You're running out of content. These boys are boring as fuck. I don't know how many times we got to tell y'all. Stop casting influencers. Stop casting ex-boy band members. Stop casting ex-Disney stars. Stop. Give us new boys who have never been on TV before. And I promise you, this show will authentically and naturally unfold for y'all. But y'all, like, I feel like I'm fucking going crazy over here. Now, they're getting ready to go play football. And of course, if I were there, if I was in this house, a part of this show, I would be like, really? Football? Does anybody want to get cute? Go shopping, smoke a blunt, smoke a blunt, get the munchies, go eat somewhere real nice, drink margaritas, like, go do some whole shit on the town. Like, football? Like, no shade to those who like football, but we can do that shit at home. Football? Zeus, y'all do realize that your demographic is not heterosexual men. Your demographic is gay men and women. Those are the types of people that watch your shows. So what in y'all's right minds think that we want to watch motherfucking football? Lame. Now, as they're playing football, here's another reason why I fuck with Ara. I relate to him in so many ways because the things I see him do, I think to myself, oh, I would say that. I would do that. Ara, during the game of flag football, Mo City comes up. Well, Adonis has the ball. He's running. Instead of Mo City coming by and grabbing the flag, because, you know, they're playing flag football, instead of grabbing the flag out of Adonis's belt or whatever, Mo City shoves Adonis to the ground. So, Ara ends up leaving the little field, and he's like, yo, I'm not playing no more. I'm good. And he noticed the shove that Mo City gave to Adonis. And he was like, yeah, I'm good. And he pretty much said that, you know, he felt as if Mo City was trying to start a fight. And he didn't want to be a part of any of the bullshit. And I agree with him. I agree with him. That's what it felt like to me. During that football game, Mo City had a lot of, like, this pent-up anger and aggression that was just coming out of nowhere. It's like, what are you mad about? Like, are you that competitive? Like, it's really not that serious to where you got to shove people and be calling people pussies and all this. I mean, it really seems like in this moment, Host City wants to smoke. I think he either wants to fight Adonis or he wants something to happen. Because my thing is, If you think you fixing to shove me to the ground when we out here just trying to play fucking football, like, no. And listen, and I know some people will be like, oh, well, they're playing football. They tackle each other. That's what they want. That's what, you know, you do in football. Everybody don't get down like that. Don't put your hands on me. This is flag. You pull the flag from my belt. That's our way of tackling one another. Don't shove me to the ground. Like, I don't like that physical shit. I don't like my space violated. I don't like being touched. None of that. None of that. Like, and boys are usually just naturally rambunctious and rowdy. And that's just never been me. That's why I've always known that I, you know, from a child that I was different. I was a little fruity, a little something, something. Got a little female mixed in there too. Because I just was never like the average male who was just like, always wanted to do something. You know what I'm saying? I was always like calm, cool, collected, delicate like a motherfucking flower, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, JB, Host City JB just taking the game too serious. You can tell he's one of those sore loser competitive types. Probably get real mad if he don't win. Like, he's being bitchy with Prince, calling Prince a pussy when Prince tackles him. And it's like, girl, your fishnets are showing. Are your pantyhose too tight, Host City? That's what it's giving me. I got a note in my little notes here. Y'all, did y'all notice Chef D out there playing football in them tights? And it looked like D had a straight up BBL. The BBL was BBLing, baby. I don't know if he's got a BBL. I don't know if that's his natural big ass that just sit up on his back like that or what. But Chef D has got a yam back there on his back, okay? And you could see it in them tights. I'm just saying. I just had to point that out. All right. Did y'all also notice how a few of the boys in the house are starting to peep Raz B's weird, embarrassing, corny behavior? Rel was the one who kind of pointed it out, and a few of the other boys agreed how they get embarrassed by Raz B when they go out. And I firmly believe it. Because if I went out with Raz B and he was doing the shit that he did in the strip club, Harpo, who this man? I don't know this man. Who is this man? I don't belong to this man. I don't know this man. That would be Raz B. Like, Raz B who? B2 what? He just does the most. He does, something's off with Raz B, and we're going to see next week how the boys are noticing that something is off with him. Something just doesn't make sense. Now, we see Kerrion and Relly. All of a sudden, we get this whole new scene, and we see Relly just yelling, and him and Kerrion are kind of going back and forth with no context as to really what happened. You can tell that cameras were not up to capture whatever was going on, so they pulled the cameras up really quick to try to capture the aftermath of it all. And Relly just said that Kerrion exploded out of nowhere. I don't know if that's true, but my thing is, why did y'all not film it, Zeus? Why didn't a producer have his phone out? Like, y'all got to get it together, baby. Come on now. I understand cameras aren't up 24/7, but we are filming a show here. How are y'all missing out on, like, you know, y'all are missing shit. Like, we're missing shit. And I love Kerrion. I really do. I really loved him last season, but he hasn't given anything this season. And if they were going to bring Kerrion back, they should have brought Gutta K back because, and listen, I know some of y'all may not be fans of Gutta, but the only way I liked watching Kerrion was with Gutta. I feel like we saw a different side to Kerrion. I feel like Kerrion suppresses his sexuality a lot. He doesn't like the fact that he's bisexual or gay. And he just seems like a recluse this season. He really did. Now, did y'all, on the bus, did y'all notice how when Kerrion was pissed at Rel, he said to Jonathan and Prince, I wish these motherfuckers would stop fucking with me. Didn't y'all read the tabloids? People come up dead fucking with me. And I'm like, Kerrion, Kerrion, why did you just say that? I'm like, Kerrion. Now, y'all might be thinking, why is that a big deal? But if you remember and you go back videos ago, we talked about this where Kerrion was arrested after season 1. And it was alleged that, you know, apparently he was arrested because he was in a vehicle that belonged to a female that was dead. And there was a gun in the car, and it was just a whole situation, allegedly. But this, I mean, it's out there. You can Google it. He was mugshot and everything. And they were saying that he had murdered this woman. Now, he's out of jail, obviously, and earlier in the season, he denied these allegations. You know, obviously, if he did it, I feel like if they had the evidence that he did it, he would be in jail. But it ain't good. It don't look good for you, Kerrion, to be out here on this national platform, on this television show, saying, don't y'all read the tabloids? People come up missing and dead because of me. Like, what? Like, if people didn't think that you did it before, they're going to start thinking you did now. Like, don't have the law looking into you even more. Like, what? What? Like, now listen, I don't know if he's just saying that to be cool in the moment, but if there's any truth to it, you making yourself look guilty, Kerrion. You shouldn't. My thing is, he shouldn't have said it, period. Because now it just kind of like reopens that can back up of, well, was there something going on now? Like, I don't think he murdered anyone. I don't think he's killed anyone. I don't. I think he's just trying to let them know, don't fuck with me. But Kerrion is a quiet person. And you know what they say about the quiet ones? The quiet ones are the ones you got to watch out for. And I think if you did fuck with Kerrion at the right time, in the right place, he would snap. Like, I honestly feel that way. I do. He just seems like he's very disturbed. Like something, I don't know. I can't pick it up. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something I heard from, y'all remember William DeBatis from last season. William DeBatis said on a live, I heard this out my own ears, and maybe they made it up. I'd hate if somebody made this up. But William DeBatis said out of his own ears that while he was filming Bad Boys LA last year with Kerrion, one of Kerrion's friends was around while they were all drinking and partying, and they were drunk, and Kerrion's friend told William that a lot of Kerrion's issues stem from his father, Kirk Franklin, allegedly sexually abusing Kerrion when he was a child. I don't know if it happened. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's false. I know it's a hell of an accusation, y'all. I know it. I'm just repeating what William DeBatis said. Would William just pull it out of his ass? I don't know. But William said that he said that's why Kerrion is the way he is, because he's battling a lot of demons. And I mean, you think about all the rage and anger that Kerrion has had towards his father in the past, and secretly recording Kirk Franklin, you know, dogging him out and all these things. And I don't know, y'all. I've always thought Kirk Franklin was a little zesty. But that's why I say allegedly. We don't know. But I feel like it brings me back to the point of, I do feel like Kerrion battles with something, deals with something. Because he doesn't always seem present and there. And I got to wrap this up. We're almost at the 30-minute mark. Now, Rel ends up swinging on Kerrion on the bus because Kerrion ends up, things die down on the bus. After him and Kerrion are arguing, Kerrion and Rel are just going back and forth. Things finally die down, but Kerrion cranks it back up when he gets on FaceTime, I think with his grandmother. I'm not sure who it was, but he's on FaceTime with someone while everybody's on the bus talking, having a good time, and he's just venting to his grandmother, talking really loud. Yeah, they ain't gonna fuck with me. And one thing I noticed, he says, when he FaceTimes his grandmother, one of the things he said was, I let them be flamboyant. I let them twerk. I let them have their fun. But when it's my turn to be creative, blah, 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 blah. My thing is, Kerrion, why I bring up I let them be flamboyant? Why bring up I let them twerk? You know you're on a platform. You know you're on a cast with gay men. If you weren't comfortable with it, why did you join the show? Or is it because you're really mad that you can't live in your truth and be out there twerking and being flamboyant with the rest of the girls? Is that what it really is, Carry On? Is that what it really is? Is you mad? Is you worried about what the pastors are going to say? Is you worried about what Pastor Kirk Franklin going to say about your twerking? Because we know you got it down in you deep down, baby. And no matter how hard you try to pray the gay away, you're going to always have a limp wrist. Hey, Carry On. You're going to always have a motherfucking strut in your walk, baby. There's going to always be a little sugar in your tank no matter how much Jesus you pray to. Okay? So as Carry On is on the phone talking shit on the FaceTime, really out of nowhere, he literally leaps like motherfucking Superman across that bus. Because Relly's in the middle of the bus. Carry On to the back. Relly just, like, flies across that bus and attacks Carry On. I feel like he only attacked Carry On, though, because he thinks Carry On is not going to do anything. Ever since Carry On ran from ever since Carry On ran from Chef D, people are going to play him pussy every time. People are going to play Carry On for a punk every time because they're going to think he doesn't want to fight. And I think he doesn't want to fight. I think Carry On is not the type. He doesn't like the rowdy, crazy shit, so he tries to stay out of it. I really do. But, Rel, I ain't seen you turn up on nobody else. Why you turn up on Carry On? Like, I get you're pissed at him, but I just feel like you wouldn't swing on anybody else, really. I really don't. Now, that's the end of that episode. You know, Zeus always leaves us with a cliffhanger of some sort. Every time it gets good and juicy and the fights start to happen, they cut the episode to reel you in for next week's. So, next week does seem a lot more promising, though, compared to this episode full of filler. People are dropping like flies next week. You know, Anthony's gone. Big Lou's left. Now, I think Rel is about to leave. He's had a death in the family or something like that, so he's going back to his house. So we're about to be 3 boys down. Raz is going crazy. We see that unfold next week, and somebody, which I think is Chef D, sucker punches the fuck out of Raz B in the studio. We see that play out next week. Also, yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. I do want to hear from you guys, though. Let me know what you thought about this episode. How do you feel about Big Lou leaving the house? Do you think it's because he is truly sick, or do you think there's something deeper going on and there's other reasons as to why he's going back home? I want to hear from you. Also, let me know what you think about the whole Carry On versus Relly situation. Who's in the wrong? Who's in the right here? Are you team Carry On or are you team Relly? I want to hear what you got to say about that. Also, what do you feel about Carry On making the statement that read the tabloid, people come up dead fucking with him? Do y'all feel like he should have left that out? What do you think? Do you think there's more to it? Was he just talking shit? I want to hear what you guys have to say. Make sure you leave your comments, thoughts, opinions, and reads in the comment section below. Also, if you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button so you can get locked into all Damien After Dark content. I'm going to start vlogging more. My birthday is this Friday, so I will be vlogging my birthday trip. I'll be going to Nashville, so if you want to send me some birthday love, send me some birthday love. I will be 30 years old this Friday, so I will also, like I said, be vlogging more. If you're looking forward, if you're interested in seeing more of my personal life and not so much of the gossip and the reality TV of it all, I'll be bringing you guys into my personal life a little bit more with vlogging. Maybe you'll even get to see a little glimpse into my love life. I might even show you a little bit of that. Traveling, all that good stuff. So yeah, if you wanna check that out, you can. I'm going to Nashville for my birthday. I'll be seeing Beyonce soon. I'm going to do a vlog for that. I'm heading to Tampa, Florida soon for a family vacation. I'm also heading to Miami, Florida soon to see someone. So I'll be vlogging that. Just a lot of good stuff coming my way for you all. I love you guys so much for tuning in, for supporting me. You mean the world to me. We'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya.